Two Bird on a Wire by Freecraft on Loose. This fic includes My Hero Academia levels of violence. Read by Lily6645. Chapter 9. Nothing More Than a Scrape. Summary. Izuku, Keigo, and Hitoshi tried the infamous UA entrance exam. Everyone was gathered in Yamada's living room to witness Hitoshi's test. "Come on, Hoto! Just open it!" Izuku said. "Easy for you to say." Hitoshi snapped back. "Well, do you want me to open it then?" Yamada offered. They all watch as Hitoshi takes a deep breath and slowly lets it out. "I'll open it." Hitoshi then licks the entire bottom and then watches the loading screen. They all just stare at the screen that displays Hitoshi's perfect score and congratulate him on passing middle school. "Yes!" Izuku screams, startling the rest of the people in the room. "I told you, you smartasses are attracting geniuses," Shirakumo casually said as he laid on the headrest of the couch. Izuku is still wondering how can he do that. Well, Izuku and Keigo can literally lay down while being suspended in air, but that is different. "Like you aren't," Aizawa said deadpan. "Right? I bet your first son will be a genius too," Yamada followed up. "Let's not talk about my son who has yet to be born," and started to discuss when will you two get your kids a mother figure. Both Yamada and Aizawa went red immediately. Izuku and Keigo and Hitoshi turned to each other with a knowing smirk. They hope Yamada and Aizawa ready for their scheme. "That's not what we'll talk about. We will talk about the kids' next school. Entrance exams start in a month," Aizawa said, voice a little too high. "Sure," Shirakumo cooed while smirking. The glare Aizawa sent him means nothing at this point. "Right. We know that Izuku and Keigo want to save and help people. So you two want to be heroes?" Yamada stared and Izuku and also Keigo nodded. "But we never asked you, Hitoshi. What do you want to be?" Hitoshi looked down, seemingly contemplating. I want to be useful, to save people and help others. I also want to help those who have villainous quirks." Hitoshi looked up with a new determination. "And please don't forget about people who don't have quirks. Besides, is there really quirks that is villainous?" Izuku tilted his head innocently. "We don't forget about who suffered the most problem child. And no, there is no such thing. Quirks are just a tool. It all depends on how the user uses it," Aizawa explained, patting Izuku on the head. "So do you want to try UA?" Shirakumo asked. "UA?" Izuku, Keigo, and Hitoshi said at the same time. "I mean, I want to, but can I?" Hitoshi looked at his two hands. "Let's do this!" Keigo shouts, suddenly getting pumped up. "It doesn't matter what is the outcome. We try first. If one of us fails, we all fail, Keiko said with a fearless determination. Zoo, we need a plan, Keiko said firmly, turning to Izuku. A plan? Right, a plan! With that, the three of them walk away while Izuku is mumbling a mile a minute. Shota just watches the three scheming children walk away. They just let them be. They are smart enough to figure things out on their own. Besides, they can't really help them with the entrance exam. That's cheating. So, you not going to mention about the recommendation exam? Obro asked. Me and Sho can't sponsor them, and judging by what Keigo has said, none of them will take their sponsor. Because the other two won't get any, Hisashi explained. Well, true. So, just going to let them scheme their way through the exam? Yes! Sho and Hisashi said firmly. Alright, are you sure you two aren't twins? Oboro, we just got over it. Oboro just let out a laugh, happy to mess with his friends. A month passed too fast for Shota's liking, and today is the day of the UA entrance exam. Starting in front of the many monitors in the spectator room, Shota watches his twin sons and nephew doing some light stretches among the crowded students. Go ham, kids, Shota mumbles to the monitor in front of him. Hitoshi is nervous. That is an understatement. He isn't only doing this exam to decide whether he can apply to UA or not, but also for Izuku and Keigo to apply or not. Hitoshi has no doubt they will pass the exam with ease, so it's all depends on Hitoshi. Just do your best, Hito. Whatever the result will be, we are together in it, okay? Keigo's words from the morning comes across Hitoshi's mind one more time. Just do your best, Hitoshi. No one will blame you for the result, no matter what, Hitoshi mutters under his breath. When the gate starts to open, Hitoshi bolting in immediately. No need to wait. We have no time for formality. Take every chance you get. Save everyone you can, no matter the cost. But remember, your life is always more valuable. If you die or incapacitate yourself, you can't save anyone else. So, yourself is your first priority. Then save others. Lastly, catching the bad guy. Izuku's advice looped around Hitoshi's mind as he lured a one-pointer away from a building into the road. Hitoshi managed to trick the one-pointer to shoot a sign pole, and Hitoshi yanked it off the ground. Izuku was right. There are hidden weapons in the city. They just have to find it and make use of it. Hitoshi takes a stand and throws the pole into the head of one of the one-pointers like a javelin. Hitoshi then jumps onto the dead bot, pushing it away from falling on a running examinee. Taking back his makeshift weapon, Hitoshi takes a deep breath before he runs deeper into the city. Shota's attention is split in between 3 different monitors. So is Obro's. Shota can't help the feral grin on his face as he watches his twin sons and nephew destroy bot after bot without ignoring the examinee. Bully! Lighter isn't allowed, right? Obro asks, pointing at the monitor that focuses on Keigo. No, it isn't allowed. Nezu answered him. Then how can he get the fire? You said Keigo can manipulate fire, but not control it without a source, right? There is literally sources of fire everywhere, Shota said as he observed Keigo melting all the bots in his way. Shota also noticed the way Keigo stored fire by burning the tip on his hair. He is fireproof, so the fire is just sitting there waiting to be used or extinguished. Where? Obro asked as Shota turned to him with a deadpan look. The spark from the bot? Shota gestured to the ruined bot. Right. I burned my clothes with that, Obro muttered, remembering his own stupidity. What is that kid doing? Vlad said, pointing at Izuku, who is sitting on a rooftop. Why is he just sitting there? All Might asks. Shota completely forgot Obro isn't the only guest that comes to observe. He is sniping bots! Snipe said, way too excited. Don't ever let Izuku hold a gun. Ever, Shota followed up. His aim ain't bad, Snipe retorted. That's not the point. Shota turned to face the sniper. When Shota turns back, Izuku is flying from his strategic spot. He gave a 3-pointer an uppercut, beheading it with one punch. Many heroes in the spectator room instinctively held their neck. Izuku then moved to an alley that previously being guarded by the robot. Nezu slid his chair closer and zoomed in Izuku even closer. And they see Izuku's wings begin to glow, and the light travels to the brunette-haired girl who is laying on the ground. He's a healer, Namuri asked. Obro and Shota nod to answer her question. Cho will be delighted, Namuri said. Or exasperated, Shota countered. Shota opens his eyes to see the 2 kids part away and go back to their own exam. 27 minutes have passed, and it's time for hell. It's time! Namajiri-kun, will you do the honors? Nezu asked. With pleasure, Power Loader said as he released the 0-pointer. And soon, all monitors are filled with all of the kids running for their life. Some of it displayed the kids frozen in fear, except 3 monitors. Hitoshi running into the 0-pointer. No, he is running into someone trapped under some debris. While Izuku and Keigo descend few hundred miles to close to gain robot as both of them release almost all of their feathers to rescue all the frozen examinees away to a safe zone. While Hitoshi running away flooded by other examinees who previously froze while carrying the rescued kid with a bleeding nose. Keigo set the bot on fire, melting it into nothing but molten metal. Izuku, on the other hand, disabled the bot part by part. "Your kids are OP, Show," Obro said with so much disbelief. Shota himself can just stare, as he himself didn't know how strong his twin sons are, or how far can Hitoshi push his ability. But nonetheless, the exam has ended and it's time to go home and celebrate. That is the end of Chapter 9 of Two Bird on a Wire by Freecraft on Loose on AO3. If you like this, please go support the original author. Link in the description below. Hope you all have a great day.